Hi guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. I am Aisha. In this video I will be showing you how to draft Shawl multiple color suit. Thank you all for your support. God bless you all. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you will be notified. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. From this upper part, I will be coming down by 5 inch. I will make it a straight line. I will be taking the full length measurement. The length I'm using is 25 inches from the shoulder to the hip. And I'll also make it a straight line. At this center, I will be measuring 4 inches upward and downward. I will make it a straight line. I will be taking the shoulder measurements and I will be making use of shoulder darts also. I will need to add 2 inches to my shoulder. The shoulder I'm using is 15 inches. You divide your shoulder by 2 and add the 2 inches for the shoulder darts. I will be coming down by 8.5 for the armhole length. And same thing I have at the upper part. I will be taking that same measurement here, which is 9.5. You draw your armhole length. I will be taking the waist length. The waist length I'm using is 16.5. And I will be making use of 23 inches for the normal length of the suit. And 25 inch for the hip length. And I will be making use of 10 inch for the bust line. You make it all a straight line. The bust palm I'm using is 8 inches. You divide your bust palm by 2, which will give us 4. You take it on your bust line, waist line, and the normal length line and make it a straight line. Chest line, bust line, waist line, normal length, and the hip line. I will be taking that of 1 inch, half inch at each side. And at the bust line, I will be coming down by 1 inch, and at the normal length, I will go up by 2 inch. So you draw your dart leg. I will be taking the shoulder darts. Whatever you have here, you divide it into 2. I have 9.5. I will divide it into 2. So that's my midpoint. From the midpoint, I will be taking 2 inch darts. You will take 1 inch at each side, at the right and at the left side, and you draw the darts to meet the ball's point. These darts stand as a guide because I will be taking another dart because of the collar. I will come to the armhole length. From the armhole length, I will be measuring 2 inches. From there, I will take another 2 inches dart. That's our dart, our new dart. We divide it into 2. That's 1 inch at each side. I will draw it to that same bust point. The green line, from that green line to the second line, that's our new dart. I'll come to the armhole length. I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. After the 1 inch, what's left, you divide it by 2. That's our midpoint for the armhole. From the midpoint, I will be going inward by 1 inch because this is the front aspect. I will be taking the circumference measurement. You divide your bust by 4 and add your allowance to it. I'm making use of 1.5 for the inseam allowance. At the waist, you divide your waist also by 4 and return your 1-inch dart and add your hem seam allowance to it. You divide your hip by 4, add your hem seam to it and add 1 inch to it for the shape to come out. I will be shaping it. From this line at the side here, I will be coming up by 1/2 inch. The reason for this is for us to be able to add our pockets to it. I will need to reshape the dart. You place your French curve on the dart point at the waist and give it a curve shape to that 1/2 inch. You curve it. I'll also shape the other side of the dart to it. You place your French curve on the other side of the dart that way. Make sure it's placed right on it and you curve it to that curve shape. You join it together. You can see that way. I will shape the armhole. I will come to the neck. I will be taking the width measurement, which is 2.5. I will be coming down by 3 for the depth. You curve it, you give it a round neck shape. I will come to the waistline. I will be coming upward by 2 inches. And I will take half inch to the side, to that center side. I'll come to the down aspect also at the hip. I'll take that half inch also and straighten it upward to that point of our 2 inches upward. This is it. I'll draw the break point from this point to the neck where our width stop. The width of the neck stop. You can see you draw that line straight to it. From the bust line, I will be coming up by 1 inch. And I will measure that half inch that we took at the down aspect, and I will measure the wideness of my collar. How wide do you want your collar? I'm making use of 3 inches. From the point where the 3 inches stop, I will use my French curve to shape it to where our break point starts. You shape it that way and make it curve at the upper part of the collar. Make it curve and shape it to the width of the neck back. I'll shape it to the width of the neck, but make the edge of the collar curve. You can see it. This is our first collar. For the second collar, I'll come to this point of the dart. I'll measure 2 inches downward. That's the 2 inches. I'll come to the width of the neck. On that same line, I will measure 8 inches downward. I will use the curve part of the French curve to give it shape to the upper part from the dart line to this upper part. From this neck point, I will measure 1.5 inch. You bend your tape that way, and I will curve it to where our width of the neck stop. You curve it at that point, make it curve. This is the second collar. For the third collar, I will come to the bust point, the new bust point, that point. From there, I will use the curvy part of my French curve. I will shape it upward. From this same point, I will measure the neck of the back aspect and add 1/2 inch to it that we will use in joining it. You shape it with your French curve. You use the curvy part of your French curve to shape it this way to that point that the 1/2 inch stop, you can see. From there, you determine the height of your collar at the back aspect. I will be making use of 2.5 inch for mine. I will measure 2.5 inch and make it a straight line. I will be shaping it at this outer part. You curve it, make it curve. You can see, and bring it up that way. We are done with the drafting of the third collar now. I'll come to the down aspect. I want it to have shape at the front aspect, the center front. So I'll give it a curve shape at that center front. I will be cutting it out. For us to draw our shoulder slope, we will need to close the dart first. Before drawing our shoulder slope, you place your ruler on it this way and draw your shoulder slope after closing the dart, and you open it back and cut it this way to the armhole. I will be cutting out the dart. You come to the dart line towards the armhole. You cut it with the shape of the dart to that curvy shape at the down aspect to the side. I will come to where our 2 inches dart stop, the line. You cut it downward to the dart. You cut out the dart that way and shape it to that curvy side. I will be shaping the collar. This is it. You fold it back this way and bring that upper part to the back aspect. I will be shaping the shoulder. You cut it out this way and you place it together. We need to confirm the shoulder, the measurement of our shoulder, which is 7.5. From that point, you can see I have 7.5 there. I will introduce another fresh paper and place it at the down aspect. Make sure the paper you are placing is enough for the collar. With the help of the tracing wheel, I will be tracing the two collar at the upper part. I will be tracing it out on different paper. You can't see the tracing, but I'm saying it. I will be cutting it out. This is it. You place it on it this way to confirm the shape. You can see. I will be tracing the third collar out on another fresh paper. I will place it on each other this way and use my sellotape to hold it down. You can see. I will be cutting out the two collar on the main body. I will be cutting it out. So you fold it back this way. You can see this is the three collar. For the back aspect, this is the starting point, same line we have at the front aspect. I will be taking the shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. I will be making use of 1-inch dart for the shoulder dart at the back aspect. We have the armhole length, the same bust palm as the front aspect, which is 4 inches. You make it a straight line for us to draw our darts. From the bust point, I will be coming up by 1 inch. This is the back aspect. I will straighten the line to meet that 1 inch. I will come to the waistline. I will be making use of 1 inch for the darts. I will come up by 2 inch at the normal length line and we create our dart. You draw your dart leg. I will come to the shoulder. After the width of the neck, whatever you have there, you divide it by 2. That's the midpoint. From there, you draw a straight line to meet the bust point this way. I'll come to the armhole length. From the armhole length, I'll measure 2 inches back. You measure 2 inches backward. After the 2 inches, I'll measure 1 inch dart. That's the 1 inch dart. So I'll connect it to the bust point. This is our shoulder dart. I'll come to the neck aspect. From the starting point, I'll be going upward by 1 inch. You straighten it this way. And I will measure the width of the neck, which is 2.5. I will come down by ½ inch. That's the depth of the neck at the back, ½ inch. You curve it this way with your French curve. For us to create our shoulder slope, we need to close the dart first. You close your dart this way. I will come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and I will draw my line to this down aspect before the 1 inch, you can see. Because of the collar, we need to measure another 1 inch for our shoulder slope. This is our new shoulder slope. You measure it to the neck aspect and make it a straight line. This is it. You can see. I will be taking the circumference measurement same way we did at the front aspect. At the waist of the back aspect, you return the 1 inch dart also. Don't forget to do that. I will be shaping it. Same way we did at the front aspect, you come up by ½ inch and you curve it to meet your dart, the same way we did at the front aspect. Please click on the join button by supporting this channel. God bless you as you do that. I'll come to the armhole line. I'll look for the midpoint of the armhole and shape the armhole of the back aspect this way. I'll be cutting it out. This is it. We have our back aspect. You can see the shoulder. Very important, you name it: center back, side back, center front, side front. You can see I've joined it to it. You can see. So if you are sewing it, you join it together, and at the down aspect here, after joining, you notch it. Make sure you notch it here at the down aspect here after joining. So you can see it. This is it. And make sure you iron every inseam when sewing it. That's very important. This is the front aspect. This is the first color, second color, and this is the third color. You can see it. So the upper collar, this carry the neck to the back. So this carry the neck to the back. And this is the back aspect. Same thing applies to the back. When joining it, when you get to this side, make sure you notch it, and make sure you notch every length, as in the length of the bust, the length of the waist, so that everything will be equal. You notch it at this center here, so that everything will be equal when joining. Same thing applies to the lining. But when placing this on your main fabric, you add ½ inch to it all round. You add ½ inch to this center also, where we will be joining it together. You add your ½ inch that you use in joining it together, and you add your ½ inch to it all round. After placing the collar on each other, I notice this center collar is not obvious, so I will reshape it here. So I'll come to this from the neck here. I'll measure 5 inches downward. So this is where my 5 inches stop, you can see. So from here, I'll shape it to this side. So I'll reshape my collar from here like this. So I'll just reshape my collar. And use your I'll reshape my collar to this point, you can see. This is it. So I'll bring the second one too. So this also, so this, I'll be coming down by 2-inch here from here. So this is where my 2 inches stop, you can see. So I will reshape this also for the collar to be obvious, so that everything will show, both the center and the back aspect. Yes, ma'am. So now I will be cutting it out. So I will need to reshape it here. If you can see, this side is showing. You can see, so we need to reshape it there. So here, from here, I will be shaping it. So So you can see by the time we close it this way, you have to make that correction on your pattern before placing it on the main fabric. You can see. So it's better to be surplus than to be short. So you make your correction on your pattern when you notice this. You can see it. I've color it for you to see it clearly. You can see there's the color so that it will come out well. You can see now that the center part has come out well. It's obvious now. So this is it. And this is the back aspect of it. So we'll pick it this way and join it at the upper part here. You can see you join it this way. You can see it will remain ½ inch here. This is the ½ inch that you use in joining it at the center back of the neck. You join the two sides together at this center back of the neck with the ½ inch we had to hit there. You join your collar together this way at the shoulder aspect here. So this is the back aspect and this is the front aspect. And for the dart, you can decide to use normal darts to the shoulder darts. So you can just decide to straighten it down. But for me, I just have to curve it this way because this is how I want it to look on the main fabric. So this is the design I want because I will be adding pockets to it here. So I will need to add pocket to it here. So that's why I cut it this way. But if you don't want pocket, you can decide to bring your dart down like this. You bring it down this way. So but for me, I want it this way. So that's why I shape it at this side like this. So that's all about the drafting. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.